everybody, this is Canric versus the Trainer of God. I mean, 4 freaking Ubers, that's all he brings. So, he used his first 4, I used my first 4, made it fair. But actually, I did choose him because their moves, it wasn't like, oh, 4 versus 4, I should believe the other 2 out and not even think about it. But, I gotta say, this battle really kind of disappointed me in some ways. But, first the narration. So, he starts out with Groudon and Rayquaza. Hopefully that Groudon doesn't have Solar Beam because it would be utterly pointless right now. But I start off with Protect with Blastoise because I wanted to keep it around because of its Surf and Ice Beam. And I figured one of the 2 would aim at it, but apparently it used Outrage, so it probably could hit Blastoise, so it would have been a lot more helpful if it aimed for Blastoise. But I saw Eruption, and I was partially afraid because I didn't want to get Bronzong KO'd before I could set up Trick Room. But then I remembered that Groudon aren't really known for having special attack, which kind of made me think, wow, this guy has absolutely no idea what he's doing. So I set up the Rain Dance, and I figured if Groudon lives this Surf, then he'll probably switch it out and switch it back into a Drought Bag. So I just plow him over with Surf, and I know I killed Bronzong, but it was a sacrifice I was willing to make. I didn't want to try Explosion, because I know those 2 can take an Explosion. I mean, for God's sakes, it's Rayquaza and... Excuse me. It's Rayquaza and Groudon. So, he goes for Earthquake, which I was like, okay, that's pretty predictable, but it does, like, nothing to Blastoise, which is kind of surprising. And then I just see that Outrage hit, and I'm like, come on, live, and it lived pretty well. And I'm seeing these Pokemon, and I'm thinking, yeah, these are untrained Ubers, they just have random attacks. So I send in Death, I should really call it the Hairbringer of Death. And I shoot water into the sky, and it rains down on the heavens and destroys them. Actually, it pretty much only killed Groudon, but I wanted to get rid of Groudon, and I wanted to weaken Rayquaza just to make sure that I could get rid of it. So I fire off an Ice Beam, finish off that Rayquaza, and it was a critical hit to boot, so that was just like, oh, you think you're all tough with your legendaries, what now, boy, what now? I sacrificed my Bronzong, you can't even count that as a kill on your side. So, leftovers gives Blastoise some HP, and he sends in Dialga, which I was like, oh wow, no surprise. And Giratina, mind you, I cut off a lot of the time on the other one. He took forever to pick his Pokemon. But anyways, I fire off Blizzard, hoping it would hit both of them, and it did over pretty much half to Giratina. And that was just amazing. I didn't even think it would get that much. I figured that Giratina would be bulky, but apparently not. So I get another Ice Beam on it, and I almost get rid of it. I was really trying to get rid of Giratina because I really didn't want it around, and I knew it could take Dialga. Dialga gets off Roar of Time and just splatters Wailord, which makes me kind of sad because I like Wailord a lot, and this is the first time Death ever went down. But at this point, yeah, there goes Shadow Sneak. I know this person has, like, these aren't trained. They're like, he's like, oh, they have all the powerful moves, yada yada yada. So I send in Toxicroak and fire off another Ice Beam. I mean, I know it's not going to be super effective, but it's the best thing I really have to hit Dialga with. So I get the Ice Beam off, and then I go in with Brick Break to finish it off, because it's going to be super effective, and I know Toxicroak has the strength to finish it, especially with Life Orb. Now, what really kind of interested me was that you would think with Shadow Sneak he'd be aiming at Blastoise, because he would figure, Roar of Time is going to take out a Wailord. So you see the Shadow Force come in, and bam. Okay, that's where Bronzong was standing. I mean, seriously? And I wasn't even that afraid of whichever one he hit, because no matter what, I would have won the next round, like this turn. And then, Trick Room goes down, but this is why I gave Sucker Punch to Toxicroak. Because I knew he's a noob, he has all all attacking moves. All I had to do was just Sucker Punch that Giratina, and it went down. So this is battle number 41, and that Giratina fails. That thing makes me cry. Anyways, rate, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all later. Remember, this is the legend of Failatina. Because it failed to win, and it's sad.